yesterday, I was in a restaurant, and an elderly woman was sitting there, and I handed her my flyer, and she identified herself pretty quickly. She asked what I was, if I was a Republican or Democrat, and I said, well, I'm an independent-minded Democrat, but I'm actually quite conservative. And she immediately said, well, I'm a Democrat, I'm a lifelong Democrat, but I can't vote for you because you want to let illegal aliens into the country to steal my Social Security. This is unbelievable. It's like extraterrestrial aliens are coming to steal your Social Security. Now, of course, this just twists in my stomach because this is the subject of one of 10 negative smear mailers that I've been subjected to in the past couple of months. And of course, this campaign, probably maybe more so than others, is epitomizing the problems of allowing the big money, the special interest, what I call special interest corruption at the front end to fuel negative ad campaigns. So what we've done is we have come up with a our own kind of an ad here, but the ad itself at least does refute them one by one, some of the main ones that have been listed. He's hired a person who worked for Karl Rove that we've checked out on the FECs. And if you know anything about Rovian tactics, one of the things is you get something for your money. There's a reason you're paying a consultant this kind of money, because it is hard to find an outright. Now, many times it's implied, things are implied that are not exactly stated. Well, of course, the front page in the incoming implies that I would want to legalize. At the very least, it implies. You know, if you really go through it with a fine-tooth comb, you're going to find a lot more by implication, false implication, half-truths, and distortions than you're going to be able to actually put your finger on as an outright lie. I use the term lies there because, to be honest, half-truths and sugarcoating and this kind of implications really are wrong. False allegations, for instance, are just as false, and that's why I use the stronger term. Should the draft be brought back? Well, Coleen Rowley thinks so. That is not exactly what I said. I did not ever say I support reinstituting the draft. What I said, and have written actually as well, and trying to refute this in letters to the editor, is that we're at a very terrible crossroads in the Iraq occupation, that if we are unable, and of course I want to point this out because John Kline does not want to end the Iraq occupation. Okay, I'm trying to point that out because if we don't end the Iraq occupation, there is a serious problem of our military being weakened now and not being able to recruit volunteers to serve in the military. And I tried in a variety, to point out the fact that we've raised the age from 35 to 40 to 42, offering $40,000 bonuses, ad campaigns, and yet, of course, our all-volunteer military is forced to serve 3, 4 deployments, stop-loss orders, and of course many now commanders arguing for greater troops and nowhere to get them. Mr. Kline has, again, if we could debate this, that'd be great, because if he has an answer, that would be fantastic. We would have a way of informing people. But instead, we get this, which is just distorting my position. Karl Rove banks on the fact that nobody's going to go into the trivia of these things and try to refute them, because guess what? We fall into the trap of talking about things that don't matter one bit. A mistake, a photoshopped picture that appeared on my website for 24 hours, done by a volunteer blogger, has absolutely nothing to do with the serious problems affecting this country.